What's up, Jags fans? UCF Jaguar here. I want to wish you guys all a happy Super Bowl Sunday. But unfortunately, last night we got a little bit of bad Jaguar news as we learned that Tony Boselli will not be a part of the 2017 Hall of Fame class. Now, before we go into a little bit of the specifics about why I feel like he got snubbed, let's go into his career statistics a little bit and what he did as a Jaguar. He was the Jaguars' first ever draft pick in the draft in 1995, and he was every bit of the player that the Jaguars thought he'd be, as he went on to be a 5-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time first-team All-Pro, an NFL Alumni Offensive Lineman of the Year in 1998, and he was a part of the 1990s All-Decade team. Now, there's no doubt that Tony Boselli was a good enough player to be in a Hall of Fame, but the biggest knock on him is whether or not he played enough career games to be in the Hall of Fame. If you look at the list of other all-time great NFL players, you can see that Tony Boselli did not play near the amount of games that any of them played. And a part of the reasons why these guys were inducted was the fact that they played so well at such a long period of time. But the thing about Tony Boselli is he was no other regular offensive lineman. During his 3 or 4 years when he was at his prime, he was the best offensive tackle in the NFL. He just did things that no other offensive lineman can do. Like at the time, he was able to shut down Jason Taylor and Bruce Smith, who were both seemingly impossible to stop. And he was also only responsible for giving up 16 sacks. But about half of those sacks were due to coverage sacks, and even a little bit more of those were due to Mark Brunell scrambling when he didn't need to scramble right into the guy. But even though Tony Boselli did not get inducted into this year's Hall of Fame class, he made great strides this year. This is his first year of eligibility that he was actually made it to the final list of 15 players. And once you get into that room of 15 is where the voters really start breaking down the film on these guys and the discussions really start getting going. According to Pete Prisco, who's a Jacksonville guy who's a huge Tony Boselli endorser, he really has the feeling that he's going to get inducted into next year's class. And if you look at the way the voting went, not only did he finish in the top 15, but he finished in the top 10. So there's really a great chance that in the next 5 years, or definitely the next decade, that he's going to get in the Hall of Fame. But one thing that worries me about the 2018 class is that if you take a look at the players who are eligible to get into the Hall of Fame, you can maybe make an argument that 3 or 4 of those guys are first ballot Hall of Famers. So hopefully we don't have to wait until another year for Tony to get inducted, as only 6 players are allowed to get inducted per year. But before I end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to Tony Boselli. Not only was this guy a great draft pick for our team, but he was a great draft pick for our city. As even now, after he's retired, he still serves this Jacksonville community, he still serves this Jaguar football team, and he just means so much more than any other player that I feel like we've ever drafted. This guy, all he's done is give back to the city and this community, and I thank you for that, Tony. And I really hope eventually you get inducted in this Hall of Fame. But with that said, this is your boy UCF Jaguar. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and I appreciate you guys watching my video.